Some cars mark milestones, but few stand as symbols of an entire era. 2024 marked a celebration of 5 decades of unrelenting performance, precision engineering, and Porsche's timeless DNA. The transition of the next generation, Porsche 911 Turbo, as technology moves towards hybrid power. This is a moment in Porsche history, a shift as profound as the move from air-cooled to water-cooled engines in 1997. In 1974, Porsche released the first 911 Turbo. This turbocharged masterpiece played the largest part of Porsche's history and forced the 911 to become an icon across the globe. In 1990, Porsche released the next generation of turbo, the 964. In 1995, Porsche released the 993 Turbo. To some, this is the ultimate 911 Turbo in true form. Then a monumental change, in 2000. The release of the 996 Turbo, which was water-cooled. The switch to water cooling was a shock to enthusiasts because it marked the end of air-cooled engines, a defining characteristic of the 911 for over 30 years at the time. The 992 Gen 1 Turbo comes to an end in 2024. It marks 50 years since the first 911 Turbo. This car is one of the most important in the history of the Turbo, and maybe the 911. This, the very first Turbo, was famously built as a personal car for Louise, Ferry Porsche's sister. She was a significant figure in Porsche's history, was deeply involved in the company's early development and leadership. 1974, Porsche unveiled the production version of the 911 Turbo at the Paris Motor Show, and it became an instant icon. Given the generation number 930, this started the legacy for a car that everyone knows, admires and respects. Now 50 years on, in 2024, Porsche celebrate the Turbo's birthday. This pivotal point in the history of the 911 Turbo. Now, as Porsche looks to the future and builds a special Turbo bringing the past to the future, it stands as the last of its kind, a farewell to the unfiltered, combustion-powered legacy that began 5 decades ago. The 911 Turbo 50. Beneath the sculpted body lies a 3.7-litre twin-turbo flat-six, 4-wheel drive and achieving 650 bhp, 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.7 seconds, 0 to 100 miles per hour in only 5.8 seconds, and a top speed of 205 miles per hour. It's not just fast, it's a force of nature. The performance is hypercar territory. This Turbo S has all the performance you could ever need in a car that can be used as a daily driver. But the Turbo 50 isn't just about speed. It's about preserving the soul of Porsche's heritage. This being the last pure-powered 911 Turbo ever to be made, as car manufacturers shift toward efficiency, forced to use EV and hybrid power to meet stricter emissions standards. The automotive landscape is entering a new era, one driven by innovation and responsibility. That makes the Turbo 50 more than special. It makes it unforgettable. A milestone in Porsche history. The Turbo 50 is a work of art. The historical design package blends modern luxury using the tartan color from Ferry Porsche's first Turbo from 1976. This exclusive tribute in the iconic Mackenzie tartan makes this limited edition masterpiece something to truly admire. Ferdinand Piëch, Valentin Schäfer and Hans Mesger are all celebrated within this model. In 1969, Porsche began looking into the possibility of boosting power through an exhaust turbocharger. The head of racing engine development, Valentin Schäfer, and engine designer Hans Mesger were tasked with boosting the 12-cylinder engine in the Porsche 917. The world-famous 24 Hours of Le Mans, Porsche is the sole record holder with 19 overall victories. 17 of these were achieved by works and customer teams equipped with turbo power. The transfer of technology from motorsport to series production is part of Porsche DNA. In 1974, the turbo was brought to the road in the 911 Turbo 3.3. The next generation of the 911 Turbo will be different. Hybrid technology is faster, more efficient, but undeniably distant from the pure mechanical essence of the cars that built Porsche's legacy. That's why the 911 Turbo 50 is more than just a car. It's a farewell to 5 decades of pure, unfiltered driving joy. It represents the last chapter of a story that began in 1974, something that shaped Porsche's identity. Porsche will only build 1,974 units of the Turbo 50, a number that echoes the birth year of the 911 Turbo. For collectors, this isn't just another limited edition. It's a piece of history, destined to become one of the most sought-after Porsches of the modern era for anyone who is addicted to Porsche. Turbo 50, a farewell to the Porsche Turbo DNA that defined an era.